Styles P, Styles P. You know, sometimes on this YouTube, you might get into a pattern or a streak of listening or watching a bunch of like older interviews, older classic things on one person. And I was doing some of that recently. And Styles P was someone who, in that mid 2000s, that's when the music industry, as far as rap, started to get real funny. Around that '05 to '09, '05 to maybe '07 to be most specific. That's when the major labels had this major turnover of artists. The most infamous one is Def Jam. When Jay-Z gets there, all of a sudden LL and Redman and DMX and all these people, they're quote unquote falling off, which is nonsense. And they're replacing real hip hop artists with these BS hustler rappers. You got Officer Ross and young Jeezy promoting snowmen to your children. And this is also a time in that mid 2000s when great labels like, Death Row is finished, Bad Boy is dried up, Puffy's lubricated with the bottle of baby oil, but the label dried up. Good Lord. All that baby oil couldn't stop Bad Boy from drying up. Hit the like button. Share this video. Subscribe to this channel. XDN wins and wins and wins again and again and again. But Styles P, at this particular time, like I said, Rough Riders was dried up. Loud Records did they even exist? And artists like Styles P would go to places like Koch Records, Koch Entertainment. Oh Lord! And you talk about a bunch of remixes. They changed the name of this label 15,000 times. Koch Records. Now, infamously, 50 Cent, that insecure monkey, he referred to Koch Records as the graveyard, which is absurd. Sorry, 50 Cent. Everybody can't be a slave to Jimmy Iovine like you. And even Jimmy Iovine, your master, dropped you too. Always remember, the reason 50 Cent stopped doing music is not because he was doing movies and TV. No, they got him out of music. Jimmy Iovine told him, you will not do music anymore. You will not be successful at it anymore. Because you people, you love to worship 50 Cent, which blinds you to facts. But 50 Cent and G Unit, just like everyone else, their sales dropped too. 50 Cent was putting out albums that were selling 15,000 copies. Look it up. There's a clip of Curtis Jackson. He's clowning Officer Ross and his group Triple C's or something. They sold 30,000. But then when G Unit reunited, the G Unit reunited albums, let me see that. Make sure you hit that like button. Did I say that already? Share this video. He was clowning Officer Ross. But then right around here, Beauty of Independence, 20,000. The Beast is G Unit, 23,000. So he's clowning Rick Ross people because they sold 30,000. And then right after, his group reunites and it sells even less than the Triple C's. Oh. Oh, you gotta love 50 Cent. You can see why he got clapped 9 times. I could have sworn I told them niggas hit him with 10. Damn leg shooters. Man. Anyway, but in that mid 2000s is when these labels got funny, and real artists, major artists, they did not any longer want, which made no sense, and things got just very funny. One of the funny things that started happening later on in music, and this was even more into like the 2010, 12, 15, not so much right now, because now the puppets are fighting each other. But there was a period when it was like rappers was too friendly. Every rapper was complimenting each other, and they're all doing songs together, and they have no substance and no meaning. All these rappers is on each other's features, and every album has a million features, and they're all friends, and we're all having the same ghostwriter and the same producers. It's all this friendly fruitcake nonsense. And Kendrick Lamar kind of broke that up when he did the whole Control verse. And always remember, on Control, the best verse was Jay Electronica, not Kendrick Lamar. But anyway, that kind of broke that up. And then now you fast forward and Lil Duckworth is fighting Lil Aubrey, and now Lil Jermaine is getting back in it, and ASAP Rocky's wearing Rihanna's skirts, and Rihanna got a 15-foot forehead, and the puppets are fighting each other, and so on and so forth. But Styles P did an interview in that early 2010s, and he said, hip hop should be about beef. Hip hop should have beef. Hip hop should have battles. Hip hop should have lyrical conflict. Not all this friendliness. That's what Styles P said. That's what Styles P said. Oh, wait. Good Lord. My theme music is playing. Jesus Christ. Okay, minor snafu. I don't know if you can hear that, but whatever. But Styles P said there should be conflicts. At least lyrical ones. Maybe not, let's have shootouts in front of Hot 97. Didn't they almost got 50 Cent in that one too. Damn, 50 Cent's one of the, he's one of the Luciferians. He just keeps avoiding getting up out of here. But, 50 Cent, it's not natural to have, not quote unquote 9 wounds in your body. So I'm sure he can feel it every time a storm's coming. Yeah, I'm sure he can. But anyway, and at that particular time, which is interesting, around that 07 time, this is when the LOX and 50 Cent feud was still kind of going on, even though the LOX destroyed 50 Cent. And you have a bunch of groupie man worshipers. I made videos on this before, how Jadakiss destroyed 50 Cent, clearly beat 50 Cent in that battle. And you have people in the comments who are such Curtis Jackson dick lickers. What do you mean 50 Cent lost? What do you mean they destroyed 50 Cent? Well, what do you mean? Were you born last week? Were you not alive during this period? Okay, for the slow people, in the early 2000s, around 05, 06, 07, the LOX were in a beef with 50 Cent. Now, for you slow people, in a rap beef, usually that means people make diss songs. So the LOX made a couple diss songs and they destroyed 50 Cent, and 50 Cent even admitted it and waved the white flag. But you people worship rappers, so you have this delusion of the person I like, they never lost. Yeah, 50 Cent, yeah. To you people, he never lost at Madden. He never lost at 2K. 50 Cent, he never lost his car keys. He ain't losing his hairline. He never lost nothing. Oh, but the whole lunacy of it, you'll praise him for getting shot 9 times. But if somebody says, Ja Rule beat him up, no, 50 Cent never got beat up in his life. Okay, but first of all, he did get beat up. You don't know the story, you morons. But but this is the problem with you monkeys. In your mind, nobody ever beat up 50 Cent. But you'll praise him for getting clapped 9 times. I'm sorry, what's worse? Somebody punching you in the face or somebody shooting you 9 times? What's worse? This is the lunacy of man worshippers. Anyway, the LOX destroyed 50 Cent. They won that battle clearly. The Miss Jackson freestyle, the Animal song. Come on, man. Jadakiss bodied this dude. The Problem Child. The Problem Child. Hold on. I might have to pull this up. That's what she said. Hold up. Let me see here. Jadakiss. Let me make sure this ain't Oh my God. Let me make sure this ain't copywritten. Play this joint.
I can't wait for.
Yeah. I bet you can't wait. But Jadakiss just destroyed this 50 threw in the towel and immediately squashed this beat. Oh no, bro, what do you mean, man? No, it sounds like you're hating. No, it sounds like you're dick licking. All right, get this ad up off here. I got an ad blocker. What the hell going on? Okay, this is copyright, so I can't play it. But Jadakiss, they were bodying him. And the LOX was a group, Styles P said hip hop should be about conflict and beef, not all friendliness. But he had many wars, and I think Styles P was saying this because he had many wars that his team won. But he also had wars they lost because clearly they lost to Beanie Siegel. I guess you could say they technically won the war with Puffy. No security can stop a refrigerator, double doors. Oh, that was classic. We had more problems with Diddy than we had with 50, It was incredible, Man, Jadakiss, man. Jadakiss should be doing voiceovers like Morgan Freeman. But they won their fair share of battles. They beat G Unit. They apparently they got in some fight with some dudes in Detroit. I guess they lost that one. But whatever. The LOX was always ready for a conflict. The LOX did have a beef. Most people don't know. The LOX had a beef with DMX. They called him a cokehead and everything. Most people don't know that. The LOX. How does Jadakiss have a hairline? But do you agree with Styles P? Do you agree that hip-hop should not be friendly? Hip-hop should have conflict. It should have battles. It should not be all this nice and soft, and we're going to share the same dresses and the same strippers. Do you agree with that? With that said, I'm up out of here. XDN wins again, and that is it.